We have a few of the college boys with us tonight, too. Nice to have you gentlemen with us. And, of course, sitting right over in front here, Brother Mark studied to be a sex maniac and then couldn't pass a physical. If you bachelors only knew what it meant to come home to a nice, clean apartment. Slippers in front of the fireplace, dinner on the table, nice, sexy girl in a negligee. You know what that means? That means you're in the wrong apartment, Doc. There's a couple of bachelors over there. He had this girl up in the room the other day, you know, in the dark, and she says, here. He says, where? It's not so good being a bachelor. There are problems, too. He was telling this girl the other day, he says, honey, he says, I don't have all that money like Dr. Black has, but he said, I have a big yacht like he has, but I love you. She says, I love you, too, but tell me more about this Doc Black. He was dancing with his girl down the beach. He said, oh, my goodness. She says, I nearly fainted when Dr. Black asked me for a kiss. He says, baby, you're going to die when you hear what I got to say. You single girls, don't get married. Take it from me. Ain't that the saddest looking commercial you ever saw, huh? You heard the shortest bedtime story? No? Don't clap. You may hear it yet tonight there, Buster. He says, I hope so. He must be saving it for somebody else tomorrow afternoon. You get both feet in a wheelbarrow. They always say you can't please a woman anyhow. You go home with that look in your eyes, she thinks you want it. Go home without it, she thinks you had it. It's like that old European saying, I'm sure you folks from England have heard many times, where the Frenchman says, never make love to your wife in the morning. Can't tell who you're going to meet in the afternoon. Look at the casual approach. Doctor had look at like he doesn't have to go. Get along. That's the sneaky type. As soon as he gets inside the door, wham! Yeah, I know you, Doc. You doctors, you're the only ones that know to wash their hands first. One wants to go and he's a little chicken over here. Well, it's your kidney. You do what you want with it. You're not spreading me. Funny, he started to get up and go. I guess I scared it out of him over here. Well, you're never sure till you stand up. That's the essence. See how confused he is? He's buttoning his jacket already. You walk past it. That's the phone booth. Look at him. He's in the phone booth. Any of you folks have to make a phone call if it sounds like ship to shore. You know why. Here he comes back. Yeah, he's going to find it. Yeah, certainly, yeah. West Virginia, they could use that outside plumbing. It's hard to break the habit, boy. You know what we call them over there, the unflushables. Boy, if alcohol is a disinfectant, that whole table's going to be sterile about 3 weeks, too. You should see his eyeballs. They look like 2 cherries and a glass of buttermilk over here. He doesn't make the Alcohol of Fame tonight, he ain't never going to make it either. You wonder why they have sterilization. That's the reason for it right now. Remember that wonderful song? I wish I was in the land of cotton, sticking pins up that one's bottom. Look away, look away, look away. Woo! No, we have a little lady has a birthday. My goodness, just got the message over here. What'd you get on your birthday, dear? Oh, I get it. You're not home yet, huh? I'll bet that one ain't gift wrapped, huh? Yeah. Friend of mine's been pulling the same thing on his wife for years. She says she's getting mighty sick of it, too. Because that's a pretty hard thing to do, though, you know, to pick a gift for your wife. I think that's the hardest thing for a man to do is try and shop for your wife. Like a friend of mine, he finally solved it. He says, Harry, it's simple. You just go down the store and pick somebody the same size. Like, he went in down to the department store last week, and the first one through the door was a little too big, and the second one was too small, and the third one was just right. So he walked up, he said, "Pardon me, sir." Of course, your wife may be built a little different. I don't know. Mr. Willett over here is in charge of the transit company down here, and he's quite a gentleman, but I doubt if he will be too long because he had a little trouble last week. Such a perfectly innocent thing. This girl was waiting to get on the bus, you know, when the little rain they had 2 days ago. She's wearing one of these chemises, you know, the tight ones that, you know, the ones that hang down in the back. Looks like a baby's diaper, kind of. You know the ones. It was so tight she couldn't get up to the first step, you know. And so she reached back and unbuttoned the one button. She got to the first step, and then she tried to get it. She couldn't get, so she reached back and unbuttoned another button. And then he's a big, husky fellow over here. He grabbed a hold of her by the elbows, deposits her in front of the coin box. She turns around, she says, "Thank you very much. I was beginning to get embarrassed." He says, "What do you mean you were embarrassed?" He says, "They were my buttons." My goodness, I don't know where the time went here. I hope you've enjoyed our little clowning. We have a request over here for a straight song. All right, we'll do Sound of Music. This is the title role from the show.
The hills are alive with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to laugh like a brook that trips and falls over stones on its way, to sing through the night like a lark that is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Thank you very, very much. You're a wonderful, wonderful audience. I have just been asked to announce by the Chief of Police, since we have had these terrible tragedies, of course, over the 4th of July, where we broke all fatality records, to please remember, if you've been drinking heavily tonight, when you get out on that highway, give her hell. So before you go, booze it up. It's the only way you can face traffic with confidence tonight. Now, seriously, I got it from our automobile dealer right in front here. Every 6 minutes, a man is struck by a car here in Princess Anne County. Now, I don't know who this idiot is, but he ought to get the heck out of town, that's for sure. So if you're driving, be careful, because I'm walking. Remember the fella driving along in his brand new car, and a cop pulls him over to the curb. He says, "Didn't you know your wife fell out of the back seat 3 miles back?" He says, "Thank heaven, I thought it was going deaf." She'll kill you for that laugh, I'll tell you. No, dear, they were even. It was just the way you were leaning over here. No, they're even. It's the way you were leaning when you were adjusting the strap, dear. I could see better. No, I can see much better from on top here, you see. Otherwise, when she leveled off, she'd have been cockeyed. You know? Nothing looks sillier than one up and one down. You know? Woo! Look at that dress. My goodness. Looks like it was designed by a naval architect, and I could almost see the label there. What is it Shakespeare said? "Thy cup is running over." You know, there was a cute little one, the married couple walking through the lobby, and this gorgeous blonde looks up at him, and she says, "Well, hello there." As soon as they get past, the wife gives him this business. "All right, now, who was that woman? I never knew that woman before. Where do you know her from? Who is she?" He says, "Look, don't bug me. Get off my back. I'll have enough trouble explaining you to her." Fella says, "When my wife is good, she's real good. When she's bad, she's not bad." Just remember what the old maid said to the peeping Tom: "Thanks for looking in." Hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you for being a wonderful audience. Thank you so much.